Hello, and welcome to the new podcast, New Beginnings Start Today. I am Dr. Douglas Keffer, an ordained minister and a clinical pastoral counselor. I have recently retired from a 28-year counseling ministry here in Roanoke, Virginia, called New Beginnings Counseling Services. I served in the pulpit ministry for over 23 years before going full-time into counseling. I am starting this podcast at the urge of many of my clients that want me to continue to help people with the issues they face in their lives on a daily basis. It has been a privilege to help people understand what they are so they can understand who they are. It is my desire to continue to do just that. You and I both know that the family is being attacked in so many ways, and I want to help you find ways that can allow you to live with the assurance that things can be great in your life as you allow God to direct your pathways. The foundation of how I'm going to approach this podcast is going to be by using the wisdom of King Solomon as he shared with his writings in the book of Proverbs. I've been studying this king for a very long time. I use God's wisdom for daily living on a daily basis, Monday through Friday. This treatment is a topical approach to studying Proverbs, and it has transformed my life. My first copy of this book was given to me by an elder at a church that I was serving in Illinois. I was at his home, wanting to talk to him about an issue at the church. After we discussed the issue, he said, "Preacher, let me give you a copy of this book on Proverbs. It has helped me tremendously." I look at that copy and began, as I took that copy, and using it on a daily basis as my devotion. I retired that copy a little over a year ago. I had used it for over 32 years. It is in my library here at my home, and I am forever grateful to that elder who gave me my first copy of the wisdom that God gave to a king because of how God wanted to use him. I publish Proverb of the Day on my Facebook page, New Beginnings Counseling Services. Each day I post a proverb from the topic that I have studied for the day. Many of my clients tell me that the proverb they read that day is so helpful. Recently, I had a friend stop me at church and tell me, "Dr. Keffer, I print off that proverb that you post every day and send it to my granddaughter who is in college." What a blessing to my life, as this is the whole reason I share a proverb daily. God's care of our lives is something I want you to truly believe. There is so much noise bombarding our lives every day, and I want you to know that God's desire is for you to live victoriously. My wife Dana and I refer to her as my heart keeper, have used this proverb as our motto over 50 years. We have been married over 51 years, and we adopted this proverb even before we were married. It is Proverbs 16:3, which says, "Commit unto the Lord all that you do, and your plans will succeed." What a tremendous promise. I have taught people over the years that the genius of the proverb is not the promise of success at the end of the proverb. The key to understanding this truth is when Solomon stresses the importance of committing everything we do to the Lord. When we have the courage to do this on a daily basis, we will hear Jesus say to us, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Beloved, this is success. When you learn to live in that context, so many things in your life is going to become much more meaningful. You will look at your spouse with a greater love and appreciation of who she or he is in your life. You will love your children with a deeper love if you have children, and they will be blessed by your love because you will give them a sense of security that will allow them to grow up and know that you were there for them. This can allow them to do the same thing for their families. You will also see what it is that you for as work differently. It will give you an appreciation of all the hard work that you can do, and the affirmation you so desperately need will be given to you by God and Jesus, and that will keep you motivated in a very positive way. You will be amazed at the impact living like this will have on your family and the people you interact with regularly. The blessings this proverb has brought to my life and my heart keepers is beyond words. Those blessings continue for us every day, no matter what we face. I know you too well that there are things that you are dealing with, and that you would say to me, Dr. Keffer, that is so nice to hear. But what I deal with is so overwhelming, it is hard to believe that what I would like to see happen, it seems impossible. I have heard this so many times, and those that have said it to me really did have things happening that really seemed that their circumstances could not get any worse. Many of you are dealing with issues with your spouses that you are feeling defeated. You talk, and they just continue to do what they do, and it hurts your heart. You get to the point where you say, what's the use? Then there are those of you that are trying to parent your children, and it seems as though that what you say to them goes in one ear and out the other. You do not feel they have any respect for you, and their tone of voice when they talk to you is demeaning. You put expectations out there for them, such as keeping their rooms picked up and helping with the dishes after dinner, or for them to get their homework done every day, or not living on their cell phones for hours on end, turning off the video games when their designated time is up and they just ignore you, or picking friends that are going to not be a good influence on them, instead of picking friends that will not drag them down and cause them not to have hurt, but having motivation to do well in school and having a positive outlook in their future. Does this sound all too familiar? I am here to tell you that you do not have to fall victim to those circumstances. I tell people all the time, it is your time to live your faith and not allow your circumstances to drive you. I want you to hear Jesus say to you today, well done, good and faithful servant. That is what Solomon is talking about in Proverbs 16:3. That if we do what we do in our day for the Lord, He will give you the strength and wisdom to live beyond what Satan throws at you. You will know that Satan is relentless in his desire for you not to believe that life can be productive and fulfilling. That is a lie, not God's will. Thank you for listening to this episode, and I want to invite you to contact me and share how you are learning how to trust more and commit yourself to the Lord on a daily basis, that in all that you do, it will bring Him praise, it will bring Him honor. Tell me about other issues you would like for me to address, and you can reach me at drdouglaskeffer@gmail.com. Until next time, God bless each of you.